Fiancé wore my stolen family necklace like a trophy at dinner, so I'm fighting in court to honor my grandma's dying wishes, despite my mom telling me to let it go. So, I come from a family where heirlooms mean a lot. Our grandmother left us an antique diamond necklace that's been passed down for generations to the first daughter in the family. Well, since I'm the only daughter of this generation, it was supposed to come to me. My brother claimed grandma told him in private that it should go to him instead because he's the most responsible, and I did not want to cause drama, so I let it go, even though I felt it was unfair. Well, last week I saw on social media that my brother gave the necklace to his fiancée as an engagement gift. She posted a picture wearing it with the caption, "Feeling like royalty with my new family heirloom," and I confronted my brother and reminded him that the necklace was meant to stay in the family. He said, "She is family now, don't be petty." And when I asked for it back, he refused, saying it would ruin their engagement. So, I decided to take legal action to get the necklace back, and now my brother is furious and calling me selfish. My parents think I'm overreacting, but some extended family members are on my side, saying he never had the right to give it away. His fiancée even messaged me, calling me a jealous drama queen and telling me to find my own man to buy me jewelry. The whole thing has caused a family feud, and now my brother and his fiancée are threatening to uninvite me from the wedding. So, am I the a-hole for taking this to court over a necklace that was supposed to be mine? Now, here are some relevant comments. User 1 said, "Not the a-hole. The necklace is a family heirloom with clear traditions, and it was meant to go to you as the only daughter of this generation. Your brother had no right to gift it to his fiancée, especially when it was intended to remain within the family." Thank you. That's exactly how I feel. I don't understand why he thinks he can just rewrite the tradition. It's not about the necklace itself, but the principle behind it. Do you think taking legal action is too extreme, though? I'm starting to second-guess myself because of all of the backlash from my parents and my brother. Then user 2 commented and said, "Well, you need to ask your parents why they care more about your brother than you." Honestly, it feels that way sometimes. They keep saying they don't want to take sides, but their silence feels like support for him. I'm starting to wonder if they just don't want to deal with the conflict. Also, unfortunately, my grandma did not write a will, so the necklace wasn't officially stated to go to anyone in particular. Then user 3 commented and said, "Not the a-hole. I already find it more than sus that grandma told your brother in private that she wishes to break a family tradition and give that necklace to him, not you. If it usually goes to the eldest daughter, grandma would make sure everyone knows that she wants it done differently. Telling only the person who benefits from the change makes no sense. Unfortunately, I have no idea what the law says about situations like this that probably are different in different countries, but your post sounds to me like the legal action has already started, so at least your lawyer seems to believe you might have a case. Good luck." Yeah, it's hard to believe grandma would have made such a big change without telling anyone else. I'm still figuring out the legal side of things, and I just want to do what's right, even if it does get messy. What's mine is mine. And then finally, OP elaborates on the history behind her grandmother's necklace and said, "So, the last owner of the necklace before my grandmother was her mother, so it's on my grandmother's side of the family. It's always been a tradition passed down from the maternal side, and as the only daughter in this generation, it was supposed to go to me. That's why it is so frustrating to see it given away like this." Update, 9 days later. Wow, I wasn't expecting this much attention on my post. Thank you to everyone who shared their thoughts and advice, and I wanted to give an update because things have escalated and there's some new context. First, I spoke to my parents about the situation. It turns out my brother didn't just take the necklace, he convinced my dad that grandma told him it was meant for him because she thought a man would be more responsible. My dad, trying to avoid conflict, handed it over without asking questions. So no, my dad did not intentionally give it to him. It was manipulation. I also reached out to other family members who remember grandma's clear wishes that the necklace was supposed to go to the first daughter. They're willing to back me up if this goes to court, and my dad has also agreed to speak on my behalf in court, clarifying that he never meant to give the necklace away permanently. As for the legal side, I've consulted with my lawyer who thinks I do have a case. Since there's no will, it all comes down to proving that the necklace was meant to stay in the maternal line. It's tricky, but I feel more confident now knowing I have some family members on my side. Then, my brother and his fiancée, however, have doubled down. They've accused me of being jealous, and his fiancée posted another passive-aggressive picture on social media wearing the necklace, captioning it with, "Some things just find their rightful home," and it's honestly infuriating. At this point, I'm committed to fighting for the necklace, even if it causes more tension in the family. I will keep you updated if there are any major developments. Then OP provides more information in the comments section and said, "So I'm not going to back down, no matter how much they try to twist things. savings. This necklace belongs to me, and I'm going to make sure it stays in the family." Then in the comments section, one user said, "Fight. OP, this is theft and it rightfully belongs to you. But ask yourself, how come all of you bend to your brother's will? Have things like this happened before?" So yes, things like this have happened before, and it's always been my brother getting his way. It's frustrating, but I'm not letting it slide this time. And then finally, user 2 commented and said, "OP, your brother is a manipulative POS. Your parents should tell him he'll be written out of their will if he doesn't return the necklace to you. Saves you going to court. If not, go to court and go no contact with him afterwards. He's not your brother, he's a snake. And go low contact or no contact with anyone in your family who sides with him. For social media, you can just post if you need to respond and say it is an ongoing legal matter and will be discussed in court. And everyone will know what is up then." Update number 2. 2.5 weeks later. Hi everyone, here's the latest update. My court date is set for the 27th and I've been doing everything I can to prepare. Honestly, this whole process has been so overwhelming, emotionally, mentally, and financially. I never expected that standing up for what's right would come with such a heavy price. I've had to dip into my own savings to cover legal fees, which has been stressful, but I can't back down now. The good news is, my dad has agreed to testify on my behalf. He's been reflecting on everything and realizes now that my brother manipulated him by claiming that grandma wanted him to have the necklace. My aunt is also supporting me and has shared specific moments where grandma talked about how the necklace was supposed to go to me. Having them both on my side is giving me hope. Meanwhile, my brother and his fiancée are making things even easier. She actually brought the necklace to a family dinner recently, wearing it like a trophy. She didn't say anything directly, but the way she was flaunting it felt like a calculated move to provoke me. My mom told me to just let it go after that incident, but how can I when it's so clear they're doing this to spite me? I don't know. Sometimes it feels like my mom is supporting my brother. She's been really quiet about all of this. The emotional toll of this fight has been huge, but I'm trying to stay strong. This isn't just about the necklace, it's about honoring my grandmother's wishes and standing up for myself in a family that has always prioritized my brother over me. So thank you to everyone who's been supporting me here. Your encouragement has been such a lifeline during this difficult time, and I will update all of you after the court date on the 27th. Then OP provides more information in the comments section again and said, "Honestly, I didn't expect things to get this intense. It's like every time I think I'm making progress, something else comes up. Still shocked by how quiet my mom's been though about all of it, and I will keep everyone posted after the court date. Fingers crossed." Then one user commented and said, "OP, you're dipping into your savings and causing all these rifts into your family, and you're still going to lose the court case." Yeah, I get that. It might seem like a tough fight, but I'm not backing down. I have solid support from my dad and aunt, plus the legal side is looking better than expected. I'm confident that when it comes down to it, I will win this. Then user 2 commented and said, "Why do your mother and father allow him to continue acting this way, flaunting the necklace at a family dinner in the middle of a lawsuit? Maybe if they put their foot down and did not allow him to participate in family gatherings without returning the necklace to its rightful owner, or at least being respectful about it, they would be more pressured to give up the necklace. So if you end up getting it back, please wear it all the time in front of her and post pictures with snooty captions similar to her about it really finding its rightful home." And finally, user 3 commented and said, "I truly despise those mothers who use the damn 'just let it go' bullcrap argument. What she is really saying is, I want you to be a doormat because I refuse to deal with the problem and prefer that you just roll over and take it. Your mom can stuff it. She's just a horrible mother. I hope the court case goes well, and please give us another update." Update 5 days later. Sorry for the late update, things have been exhausting, and I honestly needed some time to process everything. So, we had our first court date on the 27th, and I won't lie, it was way more stressful than I expected. My dad testified on my behalf, making it clear that my brother manipulated him into handing over the necklace. My aunt also backed me up, sharing how my grandma always intended for it to be mine. My brother, of course, tried to twist things in his favor, acting like he was just following some private wish from his grandma, but there's literally no proof of that. Right now, we're still waiting on the next steps. The case isn't fully settled yet, and my brother is pushing back hard, probably hoping I will just give up. His fiancée sat there acting all emotional like she's the one being wronged in this situation. Meanwhile, my mom barely said anything, which honestly hurts more than I thought it would. This whole process has been draining emotionally and financially. Legal fees keep piling up, and I never thought I would have to spend this much money just to fight for something that was supposed to be mine in the first place. It's frustrating, but I've come too far to quit now. I really appreciate everyone who's been supportive through this. It helps me more than you know. I will update again once there is more news." Then one user commented and said,
OP, be aware that the girlfriend might lose the necklace, dump your brother, then miraculously find it, then sell it.
Then user 2 replied and said,
That's what I was wondering. Is there any way to hold the necklace in some sort of not escrow, but a safe third place?
Update number 4, 2.5 weeks later. Sorry for the late update, everyone, but things have been insane. My next court date is set for March 9th, and let's just say a lot of people have shown their true colors. At this point, I'm convinced some people are just pretending this isn't happening. My mom's silent. My brother acting like this is some personal attack on him instead of what it really is, him taking something that was never his, and certain other family members. Let's just say I know who exactly would backstab me. The tension is unbearable. Some people are way too comfortable pretending this isn't happening. Let's just say some relationships may never recover from this. I've definitely heard a lot of talk about this from my family, but I've already spent more than I ever imagined on legal fees, and this is far from over. But giving up? Not happening. And finally, for those of you confidently predicting outcomes in the comment section, stop. I'm not from the US, and laws work differently here. A lot of people have been acting like they know exactly how this will play out, when they don't even know how the system works here. I've seen people confidently say things that don't even apply to my situation. If you don't know, just don't assume. I will update again soon, but I'm holding my ground. No matter how exhausting this gets, I know what is right. Now here are some more relevant comments. User 1 said,
Not the a-hole. Your brother had no rights to give away a family heirloom that was intended for you. Taking legal action to retrieve it is understandable, especially since your father and aunt have testified on your behalf, confirming your grandmother's intentions. It is unfortunate that this has caused a family feud, but standing up for what's right, particularly in honoring your grandmother's wishes, is important. Hopefully the upcoming court date will bring a resolution that respects your family's heritage.
And then user 2 said,
It happens all the time. When there's a death in the family, it's like some latent virus wakes up and takes over with all kinds of crazy ideas of what they were promised, what they were owed, taking liberties and getting greedy. I'm sorry that you're going through this, but I'm proud you are taking a stand to defend yourself from your brother and sister-in-law's greedy, grubby lies. There comes a time when we find our hill to die on, and this is yours. Good luck. New update, 2.5 months later. Hi everybody, so sorry for the late update. My old account got banned and honestly I've been so busy lately, but I knew that I owed all of you an update, so here it is. The court date happened on March 19th. 9th was a typo in my last post, sorry, and it went better than expected. The judge seemed to actually listen. That's all I will say for now, as my lawyer has told me to stay quiet for a while. I hope you all understand. But what happened after court is what really flipped things. We were walking out of the building when my brother's fiancée said, "Hope it was worth losing your family over," loudly in front of everyone, like she wanted an audience. And I laughed. And then after that, I couldn't help it, but I said, "You were never family to begin with." And then she lunged at me. No joke, had to be held back by my mom of all of people. My brother didn't even stop her, just stood there with this blank look like he wasn't a part of the mess that he created. We were literally in the courthouse parking lot and people were staring. It was surreal. And since then, things have only gotten colder. My mom, pretending like it never happened and is ignoring me. My brother blocked me. But my cousin texted me the other day saying the family group chat has been exploding with debates and screenshots, which I left as they were bullying and harassing me there for a while. And at this point, it's beyond the necklace. It's about principle, it's about dignity, and I'm not playing small to keep the peace anymore. I'll post again when there's a final ruling, but yeah, just wanted to say I'm still here, I'm still standing, and not sorry one bit. Thanks for all the support, guys. It has helped a lot. And then finally, in the comment section again, one user said, If it was a shared heirloom and he gave it away without consent, defending your family's legacy is justified.
Then user 2 commented and said,
OP, if your brother thought he could just hand off a family heirloom like it was a party favor without even asking, he messed around and found out. Defending your family's legacy isn't petty, it's protecting what matters. And the fiancé putting on a courthouse parking lot performance like she's in a soap opera? That alone justifies every legal step that you have taken. You're not the villain here, you're just the one with a spine and some standards.
And then finally, user 3 said,
Bitter. You stood up for what matters to you. Family history and dignity, not some cheap trinket. But your brother's fiancé chose the worst possible time to rub it in your face. And now you're left feeling raw. Not the a-hole for holding on to your values, even if this whole messy drama was avoidable. So, this was a juicy story, and I have to say, I fully back OP 100%. As that one commenter said, you're not the villain here, you're just the one with a spine and some standards. Mama is a doormat. The brother is a douche canoe, and as for the fiancé, well, she's dumb. I don't have anything clever for her. But you know what? If she actually did decide to swing on OP, then that's it. I'm gonna be honest, it's over. The legal aspect here could be a little murky because there is no will here. But if she swung on OP, then it's Jover. It's done for. Wrap it up. It is unfortunate, though, as OP mentioned, that she had to spend so much money to fight for what's right, for what she believes in, to stand up to her bully brother who's just walking over everybody, especially the doormat mommy. But personally, I feel like she's gonna win the court case. Will the fiancé play nice and give up the necklace? I don't know about that, but I think OP's gonna win. But anyway, feel free to comment what you think, guys. We're at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a really good day, and bye-bye!